Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, everyone. This is Nick from TONT Sports. Today we're going over my 2022 final rankings. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. We're here. Today is draft day. And today, unlike the other times, and you guys saw my prospect rankings, you're going to just see my final official rankings. In this video, you're going to see my previous rankings, my current rankings, and see who slid up, who slid down, and who I consider a sleeper and who I consider fool's gold. So let's hop right into this right now. First thing you're going to see is my grade scale. And again, the players that you're going to see in red are fool's gold. What does this mean? Does this mean they're a bad player? No. Fool's gold in my grade scale means that I think that they're going to get drafted higher than they should. They're fool's gold. Someone's going to take them because they feel like they are, deserving to be the first guy off the board or the second guy off the board. But in reality, they're really 10 or 12. They're just going to be taken higher than expected. The guys in green, on the other hand, are sleepers, in my opinion. This can be somebody that's really good anyway, but someone's sleeping on. So let's say they're the number one ranked guy, but I think they're going to go 12th overall. And I think they should go 7. Well, they might be considered a sleeper, even though they're not a sleeper because they're the best at their position. I just feel like they're going to go lower than expected. Another way you can be a sleeper is I feel like you're going to go extremely low or you're not ranked well according to the media, but I got you ranked higher than everyone else is expecting. So now let's hop into this. Here you go, the 2022 quarterback rankings on 1.0. Now, I did this video a few months ago, and I had it in the order of Kenny Pickett 1, Matt Corral 2, Malik Willis 3, Sam Howell 4, Desmond Ritter 5, and Carson Strong 6. Now, after further evaluation and thinking about it for a little bit longer, I am going to make a change. And here you see it here. 2022 quarterback rankings at 2.0. You see that I got Matt Corral now jumping Kenny Pickett to the number 1 spot. Kenny Pickett 2, Malik Willis 3, Sam Howell 4, Desmond Ritter 5, and Carson Strong 6. Now, again, Matt Corral, in my opinion, is just the most talented guy. He's quick. He has the fastest release. He has the best arm. Is he the most accurate? No, I would definitely give that to Kenny Pickett. But Matt Corral is very good. I mean, he's just all around a hell of a quarterback. Then you got Kenny Pickett. I think his ceiling is a lot lower than Matt Corral's is. But his floor is also not that low, okay? So Kenny Pickett's that guy that I just think is a safe pick. And to put him below Willis, I think would just be a little bit crazy. Although I do believe Malik Willis' ceiling is higher, I feel like it's going to take a lot more work to get him to where he needs to be to surpass Kenny Pickett. Malik Willis in college had an offense that was designed exactly around him. He would roll out to the right, a lot of play action. And sometimes he would just make some really questionable decisions with running 25 yards backwards just to try to throw the ball or to throw it out of bounds anyway. Just some of the things that he did was questionable. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. And again, there are guys like that. You had Josh Allen, you had Lamar Jackson. Everyone wants to find the next Josh Allen. Everyone wants to find the next Lamar Jackson. Why? Because they missed on them too. I did not miss on them too. I had them ranked very high according to my scouting analysis. And I don't feel like I'm missing anything with Malik Willis here. Sam Howell 4, Desmond Ritter 5. Sam Howell, I just feel like, he stands in a pocket. He's a tough guy, and he can move a little bit. Ritter can move very well, but Ritter, in my opinion, he's just not the most accurate. He just doesn't have the best arm. He just doesn't go through progressions the best. He's average or below average in every category. In my opinion, in the NFL, you got to specialize in at least something. You got to be a very accurate quarterback. You got to have a really good arm. You got to be able to really move. Ritter is right in the middle with everything, and if you're mediocre at everything, you're not going to be special in the NFL. So again, he has all the tools you need to be special, but he doesn't really show, signs of being great at anything. Josh Allen come out had a phenomenal arm, and I feel like he could have built around his arm. Desmond Ritter, okay speed, okay mobility, okay pocket awareness, okay accuracy, nothing special. And that's when these guys, especially in today's NFL, they're not going to be even given a chance. Last, Carson Strong. Really strong arm, not the most accurate, not mobile at all. Running back personal analysis. I have the same order. I'm not making any movements here, but you do see some green guys here, some sleepers, in my opinion, that people can pick up later on in the draft. Or I think that should maybe even they'll get drafted early, but I still feel like they're better than what a lot of people are anticipating. So I have Breece Hall 1, Kenneth Walker 2, Isaiah Spiller 3, and Brian Robinson 4. My guy is Breece Hall. I'm telling you right now, that's my guy. Okay, I think he's going to be extremely special. But again, some of my sleepers, James Cook, Rashad White, and Damian Pierce. Really good football players that could be really special in the NFL, but nobody's really talking about those guys that much. They could fall down the board and be really good in the NFL. Here's my wide receiver rankings, the 1.0, all right? This was my 1.0 a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. This is what I had. Here comes a 2.0. Here's my 2.0. Drake London, number 1, okay? Chris Olave, number 2. I feel like he's a sleeper. I don't think he'll be the number 2 wide receiver taken off the board, okay? I feel like, Jameson Williams might be number 1. London could be number 2. Traylon Burks might be number 3. We might see someone crazy like Christian Watson, number 4. Garrett Wilson, number 5. And then we'll see Chris Olave. I think Chris Olave is a really phenomenal wide receiver in the draft class, and he's being slept on. He should definitely go higher than where he's going to be taken tonight, probably. Traylon Burks, Jameson Williams, Alec Pierce is another guy I really like a lot. I moved him down. I had him at 4. I moved Williams above him. Alec Pierce has every tool to be a 1A receiver in the National Football League. Garrett Wilson at 6. I have him listed as my first fool's gold in this video. I feel like a lot of people have him overhyped, okay? I think that he's a good receiver. He's very good, but I don't think he's special. And maybe I'm going to be wrong about this. I don't think he should go as high as people are saying or that he's going to go tonight. So I think Wilson, again, really good receiver. I just don't think he should go where he's going to probably go. Christian Watson, 7. John Mechie is another guy, in my opinion, really good player, phenomenal route runner, and gets great separation with the speed in route running. Jahan Dotson, phenomenal hands. Khalil Shakir, this guy can do it all. I mean, absolutely everything. Phenomenal catching ability. I just feel like he's being slept on. He's been my sleeper now for the longest time. Skye Moore, Jalen Tolbert, who I like as well. Wan'Dale Robinson. This guy, in my opinion, could be used as a Deebo Samuel role, although he's a lot smaller. 5'8", small guy, can play the running back position, can also play wide receiver, give him a screen pass, whatever you want to do, he's special. David Bell, Justin Ross, Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin, in my opinion, this guy is super fast. Give him a drag route, give him a slant route, give him a screen pass, have him run a go. He can break a touchdown on any given play. George Pickens is pretty good, okay, but I got him lower than a lot of people do. Kyle Phillips is a phenomenal slot receiver, okay? So, again, he could be somebody that we're seeing as like a Hunter Renfrow in a few years from now. We'll see what happens, and the rest is history. Tight ends, here's my 1.0, okay, and here's my 2.0. Not moving around much, all right? I am moving Jeremy Rucker, I believe, up a spot. Jelani Woods, big fan of Jelani Woods. I mean, I don't think he's the most polished right now, but when you got a 6'7" tight end running, I believe a 4.61, I believe it was, that's someone you want to definitely look into and give him a chance. Greg Dulcich is another really good guy, and Jeremy Rucker was probably my favorite tight end for the longest time. But again, I had him at 4 before that. Now moving up to 3. I just don't think Rucker has the potential to do what Woods has, potentially. Like, Woods is someone that, in my opinion, is just absolutely phenomenally special, okay? And maybe he'll never live up to expectation, but I would be dropping a brick block on my foot if he was to be the best in this draft class. And I know that he has a potential to be, and I'm not ranking him at number 1. Trey McBride, 4. Jaylen Weidermeier, I feel like, is a guy that's definitely getting a little bit overhyped. He's going to get probably drafted over where he should be. Cole Turner, Austin Allen, Kate Owen. Then you got Isaiah Likely. Now, Likely didn't have a lot of film on, unfortunately, but again, on the film I watched, this guy's going to way overhype you. I believe he's only 6'2", 6'3", maybe. He's not a big tight end. I don't think he runs that fast. To me, he's being way overhyped. Interior offensive lineman, not making many moves here. Linderbaum, well, actually making no moves here. Linderbaum 1, Kenyon Green 2, Justin Schaefer, I feel like, is a sleeper. This dude played phenomenal. When I watch, he just has the toughness, in my opinion, that put him here, okay? Lineman, to me, if you're a tough son of a, if you're going to run somebody into the ground and hit somebody every single play or hit someone until the whistle blows, I like you a lot, and you're going to get, ranked higher. Even if your technique and all that's not the greatest, if you show me that you have toughness and you're an old school football player, you're going to grade high on my scale, because I feel like technique as an offensive lineman, you can kind of learn, especially interior offensive lineman, you can learn technique. You can learn, certain things and ways to, get leverage on defensive linemen. But you don't learn toughness. You don't have toughness. Okay. That's something you either have. I'm sorry. You either have toughness or you don't have toughness. Justin Schaefer has a toughness. Tyler Smith, Cole Strange, Dylan Parham, Zion Johnson, I feel like he's getting overhyped. Film wasn't great. Donovan West, Lexington Smith, Sean Ryan is another guy, honestly, getting a little bit too overhyped. And Jamari Salyer is another guy that's just getting way too overhyped. Nick Ford and then Ed Ingram. Here's my offensive tackle rankings. This was on 1.0. Here you see Evan Neal's making that jump to number 2. Ikem Ekwonu is, in my opinion, is the best offensive lineman in the draft. Is he the best offensive tackle? He could be, could not be. He has everything that you want to see. The toughness again, the nasty streak. I just love his film. Evan Neal, in my opinion, he may be the best offensive tackle in the draft. He's not the most polished. Ekwonu is definitely by far the most polished. But Neal, as an offensive tackle, you want to see really good pass blocking. Neal has very good pass blocking, but he's not the most polished. He doesn't have the best get off, in my opinion. There's some areas that need to be worked, but he definitely has the size, okay, to be a premier offensive tackle. Charles Cross, Trevor Penning, Bernard Raymond, Nicholas Petit Ferrari. I remember watching his film and liking him a lot. I feel like he's a sleeper. Thayer Munford, Darian Kennard, Daniel Falele. This dude is 6'9". I think he's 6'8", like almost 400 pounds. This is a guy that you definitely want to look into as well. Defensive tackles, keeping them the same. Jordan Davis 1, Devontae Wyatt 2. Jordan Davis may be the best defensive tackle I have seen in years. When he's on the field, he is a difference maker. Devontae Wyatt is very good as well. John Ridgway is a guy that nobody's really talking about. I like him. Perrion Winfrey, and then Travis Jones, another guy that no one's really talking about. Neil Farrell Jr., Zachary Carter. DeMarvin Leal, the guy that I just don't know if he primarily should be a defensive tackle. He plays DT, he plays edge, he plays them both. I mean, maybe he should make the full transition to DT, and maybe he'll be better there. But in my opinion, his film just wasn't great. They move him around too much. And to say that he's a top 5, top 3 defensive tackle would just be blasphemous, considering, blasphemy, considering the fact that he just did not play a lot at defensive tackle, and he didn't play great at defensive tackle. He just doesn't. It's just a lack of film. Okay, he needs to play more there. Fedarian Mathis and then Haskell Garrett at 10. Here's the edge 1.0. You're more welcome like this, and here's a 2.0. Oh man, I know, everyone's gonna be angry. You don't have Trevon Walker, Nick. You don't have Aidan Hutchinson, and you don't have Kevon Thibodeau. What the hell are you doing? I think Jermaine Johnson's all around the best edge rusher in this draft. And I'm going to explain why. Very long arms, great get off, great speed, probably one of the best, if not the best pass rusher in this draft class. And he's not a slouch at the run game. Aidan Hutchinson, in my opinion, has the go get it, right? He has the want, but he has small arms. He's not the best pass rusher in the draft class. He's a good run stuffer. Reminds me a little bit of a mixture between Max Crosby with the want to get it and then a Carl Natz with the run stuffing, okay? Not saying he's not a good pass rusher, because he is, and he has the want to be, which, again, Mad Max Crosby had the want to be, and look how good he panned out to be. But I just can't put Hutchinson at 1. Kayvon Thibodeau, I almost put Thibodeau at 2. I mean, all right, look, he's green, not because any other reason besides he's falling down boards like crazy, and I honestly think he might be the best pure pass rusher in this draft class. I don't know why this is green. I'm sorry, but truly, he might be the best pass rusher. He has one of the best get-offs and elite speed around the edge that shows me that when he's on and he wants to go after someone, he does. Trayvon Walker is a guy, in my opinion, he's not a sleeper, okay? That green here is not a sleeper. I don't know why that's green. But he is a very big guy, right? He's 6 foot. I forget what it was. 6'5", 6'6", 270. Okay, he runs a 4.5, 4.6, I believe it was, around there. Really long arms, versatile, can play linebacker, edge, and defensive tackle. I mean, really good. But at the end of the day, it's the edge rankings. And considering him a pure edge rusher, maybe if a coach says, hey, Trayvon, we're going to make you a pure edge rusher, and he gets better at it, maybe he'll be number 1. But right now, I can't say he is the best, or I can't even predict him to be the best, because I just didn't see enough good stuff at the edge position from him when he played there. George Karlaftis, this guy is a nonstop go-getter. Reminds me of a Trey Hendrickson. Sam Williams was very good on film. David Ojabo, this guy could be like top 3, top 4, in my opinion, if he didn't get hurt. I mean, honestly, I think I liked him the most after I watched his film out of everybody, but then he got hurt and it was very unfortunate. Boye Mafi 8, Myjay Sanders 9, Arnold Ebiketie 10, Nick Bonito, Logan Hall, Drake Jackson, Cameron Thomas, and then Kingsley and Gabar. Next list, you have the linebackers. Here was my 1.0. Here's my 2.0. Some movement here. Nakobe Dean, number 1, 5'11". I know he's undersized, but man, his film just jumped out to me. Quay Walker, size, speed, everything. He has everything you would want to see at the linebacker position. To me, the linebacker position is not like this crazy position where you got to be, to me, a linebacker, if you have size, if you can hit, if you can cover a little bit, if you have some speed, I personally like speed and size and hitting ability. If you have those three things, you're going to be a good linebacker. Quay Walker covers all three of those. Dean doesn't have the size, but checks off at speed, coverage, and ability to stuff most running backs. Might not be able to stop someone like Derrick Henry. Devin Lloyd, big guy, not the fastest though. So I don't know if this guy's going to be able to go sideline to sideline or cover as good as someone like Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean can. Christian Harris, Channing Tindall, and Brian Asamoah. These three guys, especially Harris and Asamoah, really good coverage guys off the top of my head. Fast, just really good guys. Leo Chenal, Chad Muma, Jojo Doman, Damon Clark. Brandon Smith is one of those guys I think might get a little bit overdrafted. Troy Anderson, Darian Beavers, Terrell Bernard, Ellis Brooks, and then Josh Ross. Cornerback rankings, we're almost done here. Same, not moving a dang thing, okay? Derek Stingley, number 1. When this guy is on, he is the most talented guy, maybe not even just in this year's draft class, but last year's draft class as well. He is special. He could be like a Darrell Revis, a lockdown man-to-man coverage corner. Ahmed Sauce Gardner, this guy's a good zone corner, but again, 6'2", has a size, has a speed to be really good, but his film did not stand out to me as much as Derek Stingley's did. Ahmed Sauce Gardner is a good zone corner, but he's not even able to lock someone down like Derek Stingley can, in my opinion. Andrew Booth, very good. And Gardner's only I'm going to be honest with you, Gardner's only number 2 because I'm betting on his size and speed and his zone ability. So if he goes to the right system, he'll be fine. Andrew Booth Jr. was very good. Josh Jobe, really like Josh Jobe. Kyler Gordon, Zion McCollum, another guy, very big and fast. Tariq Castro Fields, Monterey Brown. Now, this guy right here, short story about him. I like corners that are fast and big. And you guys are like, well, why the hell is Tariq Woolen over here? Right? I mean, the guy is 6'4", runs a 4.2, 640. Monterey Brown is bigger but slower, and I still have him ranked at 8, which usually is, not what I do. I always put fast guys that are big, that they can cover, that are lengthy, and they can get to the ball. Monterey Brown was not the fastest guy in the world, but let me tell you something. His film stood out to me, okay? So that's why he's there. I mean, his film truly stood out to me. Alante Taylor, 9, Marcus Jones, 10. Kaiir Elam, I feel like, is getting a little bit over hyped a little bit. Elam, in my opinion, just like what was his name? CJ Henderson that came out of Florida. Wasn't a huge fan of him either. I mean, go back, look at my rankings in my cornerback video if you want to go back and watch it. You're more than welcome. I did not have CJ Henderson ranked that high. Roger McCreary, 12. Trent McDuffie, I don't know. Everyone has him like ranked number 3 or something. I think that's just crazy. Or number 2. Tariq Woolen has all the tools. I have him as a sleeper because I don't feel like his film. He's 14 because his film's not there. But if he gets to the right system with the right coach and they teach him just, they work on his coverage, he has the size and the speed to be the best cornerback in this draft class. They just need to teach him. He's converting from a wide receiver position. Caleb Evans, Martin Emerson, Jermaine Waller, Cam Taylor, Brett, Michaela Wright, Kobe Bryant, Mario Goodrich, and Darian Kendrick. And last but not least, the safeties. I'm also leaving them the same. Kyle Hamilton, 1. Okay, Kyle Hamilton, I'm betting on his potential at 6'4", 220. His size, his speed, his tackling ability. That's what I'm really betting on. But do I think that he's the best cover safety? Absolutely not. That would go to Daxton Hill. Daxton Hill can play man-to-man cover, zone coverage. He's fast. He can tackle well. Really like Daxton Hill. Lewis Cine could be the best safety in this draft class. He's in between Daxton Hill and Kyle Hamilton's size. He's 6'2", and he can move, better, way better than Hamilton. And not as good as Daxton Hill in my opinion. I don't think he moves as good as Daxton Hill in my opinion, but very good too. Kirby Joseph and Bubba Bolden not being talked about really at all. These two guys also really stood out on film for me. Jalen Pitre, 6, Brian McKinley, Jaquan Brisker, and Brian Clark. So that's it, fellas and ladies. For you watching the video, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We'll see what happens. Really, a lot of this comes down to, where you end up going. And my draft grades will be my final analysis, telling you how I think they fit and how I think their career trajectory is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are Built Better.